Hi guys, it's Becky. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is gonna be a very intense video. As always, check the description for triggers and everything. This is a hard video. I don't even have a plan for it, I'll be honest with you. This is very spur of the moment, just talking because I feel like I have to, and I don't know what else to do. I'm gonna cry. I'm just letting you know right now. I'm gonna ugly cry. So if you're not comfortable watching this, you probably shouldn't be following my videos because I cry a lot. But I need to talk and get some of this out, so I'm gonna do that. Things are not good right now. There's so much going on right now in my life. I have been sick on and off for a few months now. And I didn't understand why. I have a suspicion now. I've had issues with my blood sugar for a long time. When I was a teenager, I had hypoglycemia, and it wasn't like often, but it did happen. It was something I got a blood monitor for, like a glucose monitor for, because I was so worried that it might drop and me have a problem. It was debilitating, and my blood sugar by no means dropped as low as it possibly can. Low blood sugar can cause a lot of problems. It can kill people. But I did have episodes where I couldn't stand up, because I was so sick with low blood sugar. And, there were many times where I would be out, just running errands, or my sister and I, when I lived in Florida for a little bit, used to go to Walmart really late at night because it was open 24/7. And we were bored, so we would go. But there were times where I would get really emotional out of nowhere. And that's a symptom. And I would start to feel shaky, and I'd get like a prickly hot sweat, and I'd be clammy, and I would just be so sick. And it would come on so fast. And I would have to sit down, and I would tell her, my sister, please go get me something. Go get me candy, go get me apple juice. I don't care what it is, get me something, because my sugar is low and I can tell. Well, I think it was a precursor to diabetes. Both my parents have diabetes. Well, my dad had diabetes when he was alive. Mom has diabetes. She was on insulin for a while. My dad was too when I was younger. And it's something I've always been afraid of, because I hate needles. I hate doctor's appointments. I absolutely hate it. And I was always terrified that I would end up diabetic and on insulin. And I know by no means it's not the end of the world. People have diabetes and they manage it every day. But I have started having problems with high blood sugar. Much higher than it should be. To be honest with you, I don't know the normal range. I know that anything, I believe, below 50 to 70-ish, maybe even lower, is considered low. And then I think like one, and I'm not a professional, I don't know for sure. My blood sugar when it was low I would always be below 60 at least. It would, I think the lowest it went till it was like 40, maybe 30. And that's not good. But now, like, I think normal blood sugar is in the range of, before eating, like 70 to like 100, something along those lines. Well, my blood sugar has been all over the place. The highest it's been was like the 240s without eating. So, it is definitely looking like I'm diabetic. And, that is terrifying to me. And I've already started making changes to my diet. Because I won't lie to you, my diet, awful. Absolutely shit. Like, I grew up in a family where I love my mom, and, I don't want to say too much, because I don't know what would make her uncomfortable, but I don't think she was ever happy with her weight, and that was obvious when I was growing up, and now my sister has an eating disorder, and, I never wanted to end up like that. I never wanted to end up with an eating disorder. I never wanted to end up dieting or unhappy with my weight. Because I have urges to do those things. I have urges to purge. I have urges to control my food, as a way of controlling my life. And I've had them since I was a teenager. Because I never feel confident in my body. I have always felt fat. So, when I was younger, decided, I'm not going to be like that. I'm not going to develop an eating disorder. I'm not going to diet like that. I'm going to eat what I want, when I want to. I'm going to be happy about it. And I'm not going to weigh myself. Because, like, I went the complete opposite way as both my mom and my sister. Because I was like, I don't want to end up like that. That seems miserable to me. So, my diet has been shit for a long time. And I'm overweight. I know it. Not by far, not near as bad as I could be. But I have a good extra 30, 40 pounds on me that I shouldn't have for my height and my age. And with this change in diet, like, it's taken so many of the foods I enjoy, and, I love food. Some people eat to live. I live to eat. I love to eat food. Food is, like, my favorite thing, besides sleep. I use it as something that helps me control my feelings. I eat, and it's always been that way. When I feel sad, I go get candy, or I go and, binge eat a whole pizza, or, sit there and watch not watch ice cream, watch TV and eat ice cream, and, I have a shit diet. It is terrible. But now I'm having to make all these changes. And my blood sugar was going down. And I've lost some weight on this, but my blood sugar is fluctuating all the time now. I mean, for a few days, it was in the hundreds, low hundreds. I think the lowest it's gone since I started monitoring it every day, multiple times a day, was like 94. And that's normal blood sugar for someone my age. But, there were bits where it was pretty decent, and I was like, wow, I'm making progress. This isn't for nothing. Well, the past few days, it's been back up. And I feel like all these changes are for nothing. And I have to see my doctor. I didn't have a general practitioner for a long time because my old one retired. So I had an appointment to make, to have a physical done, because I haven't had one done in a couple years because I've been avoiding it. I haven't had blood work done in, I want to say 3 years now. Because last time my cholesterol was borderline high, and that runs in my family. And, I avoid doctors. I don't enjoy going to doctors. I hate it so much. I get such bad anxiety about it. But I was supposed to have an appointment recently, like 2 days ago, to get a physical and get everything checked out and get my A1C checked and see what's going on, how high my blood sugar has been averaging over the past few months, because that's how they check. And, well, I couldn't go because I'm sick again now. I don't have COVID, but I have a coronavirus. It's one of the more common ones. But it has beat my ass. I've been out of work for like 4 shifts. And I work 12-hour shifts, so now that's considered a leave of absence. And it's going to be taking my personal time. It's like I think I'm getting better, and then I get sick again. And I'm so sick of it. I'm tired. I'm tired of being sick and tired. I am so sick of it. And, it just sucks. And we think that, the family I live with, and I think that the reason I've been so sick recently is because I have diabetes and my immune system is weakened due to it. And, that's understandable. But it just sucks. Then I'm still sick. Like yesterday, I started feeling a lot better. Like I still felt a little out of it, but I stayed up really late last night. I know I shouldn't have. I have a terrible, terrible sleep schedule. I'm sorry. I'm flinging this around because I have to do something with my hand. Or I'll hurt myself, and I don't want to do that. I was feeling okay yesterday. Still a lot of fatigue, but I was feeling okay. But now, I stayed up late and I went to bed and I slept till 5:30 this evening. And I feel like shit again. And, it just feels like it's never gonna end. And it's worse because one of my best friends, she's the one who helped me through 2020. she came to see me, even though she is severely immunocompromised. And I will be honest with you, I don't think I would be here today if she didn't do that. Because 2020 was the worst year of my life. But we hang out sometime, frequently. And I got her sick. She has this now. And like my whole life, I've felt so bad whenever someone gets sick and I know I gave it to them. I feel so guilty and ashamed and wrong because I made someone I love sick. And it's just hard. And it's so bad that I'm sorry, there's someone outside my door. So we're gonna wait a second. Someone's taking the dog out. Well, one of the dogs. Okay, alright, I'm sorry about that. No one ever wants to get someone they love sick, but when someone gets sick after they've been in contact with me and I get sick, I feel such such guilt, and I've been that way since I was a kid. And it's so bad that if you're not new here, if you're new here, I mean, my videos pretty frequently involve me talking about it, but I have an inner world, and internal friends or people in my head that are there for me. They came to be through dissociation, which is one of my biggest symptoms of borderline. And I don't give details on them, and I'll say this every single time that I make a video and I mention them, because I don't give details, and they are mine. I will not give anyone details on them. Well, because of this deep-rooted issue that I have with getting people sick, I ended up writing a story, because I write about them. That's how they first started, was they were characters I wrote about, and they very gradually became people in my head outside of that story. And I wrote a story where one of them gets really ill and another takes care of them. But that internal friend in the story who takes care of the one who gets sick is a type 1 diabetic and is extremely immunocompromised, always gets sick. Well, they end up getting deathly ill, and I mean on a ventilator ill, which is awful because that reminds me of my dad and how he died. So I feel like this story is trying to help me get through a few different issues that I'm dealing with right now. And in a situation where someone I love is ill, I will take care of them, regardless if I'm going to get sick or not. But when I'm sick, and this is so understandable, I completely understand no one wants to get ill, but I feel so alone because people avoid me when I'm ill because they don't want to get sick. But when I'm ill, I feel like that's when I need someone the most. And so I feel very alone right now. And
the last video I posted, I mentioned that a new internal friend had come up over the past few weeks very, very fast. Like, ungodly fast, to the point where it actually shocked me and brought up some pretty deep trauma from 2020, because the last time that I had one come forward was because of the trauma of 2020. You know, losing my dad, having all my support taken away, COVID, everything, working in a hospital during COVID. I still work in a hospital, and we have COVID cases, you know. That's the last time that an internal friend came to be, and it was so traumatic. There was so much pain associated with that internal friend. And now this internal friend has come out of nowhere. And it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. And this internal friend is in the story. They help take care of the two that get ill. And I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time. I'm in a mental fog from being sick, but also because I forgot to take my meds last night, and when I forget to take my meds, I am like out for the count until I take them again. I get ill, physically ill and mentally ill from not taking my meds, and I just forgot to take them last night because I was so wrapped up in other things. So I feel ill on top of being ill. All this change. It's winter. Winter is always a hard time of year for me. You know, people are like, oh, Christmas, New Year's, oh, Thanksgiving, you know, all this good stuff that happens in this time of year. I hate this time of year. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate this time of year. It is stressful for me. So stressful. And I know in the past that I've had issues with the seasons and becoming more depressed in the winter because everything changes, you know, less sun. No one wants to go out. It's cold outside. You know, I live in the mountains. We get pretty decent snow. Like, you know, we don't want to go out when it's like that. You know, and it's freaking freezing right now. It's like, I want to say, I mean, it gets a lot worse where I live, but it's cold. It's like teens, 20s right now, Fahrenheit. But, you know, it's just this miserable. And like, in this situation where it's gross out and I don't want to go anywhere, you know, I would usually sit down and have a hot cocoa and watch TV, and then I remind myself I can't have hot chocolate right now. And then I want to see friends, but I can't because I'm sick. And I feel like I'm never gonna not be sick. Like I feel like I'm always gonna be sick. And I know that's irrational. You know, I logically understand things, but it doesn't help that emotional turmoil that's going on. But the winter does affect me mentally, and it used to get so bad that I thought I was not going to make it through the winter. And that is not an understatement. Like, that is true. Like, it's been bad enough before to where I was going to kill myself one night, and then the only thing that stopped me was remembering that the next day was my brother's birthday. So, I'm also terrified that I'm going to end up that depressed again, because I've made progress, and I don't want to slip back into that, but I feel like I'm going to, and I'm starting to, and I just feel like such shit right now, and it's just it's just not fair. And I know there are people out there who have it so much worse than I do. And I try so hard to be positive and help other people. That's why I made this channel, was to help other people and educate people. But I just feel miserable right now. I feel like things are never going to get better. I have issues going on right now. Like my work schedule is going to be changing next month because I'm supposed to be going back to school, but I haven't done jack shit to get back into school because I've been so sick and so depressed. And it's getting to a point where I don't think I'm going to be able to go back to school next semester because it's getting late. You know, it's like the end of December and school starts in January. You know, and I haven't even attempted to do anything because I've been so sick. And this just adds stress that I don't need. And I just don't know what to do. Like, I just feel lost. And, like, I'm terrified to tell people how I feel. I'm terrified because some of my mental illness symptoms, like impulsive behavior, are getting worse because I feel so sick and because I'm having a hard time mentally. I used to hurt myself, you know, I'm not going to say I used to, I still do. A lot more frequently now than I used to because I have developed the urge to, anytime something goes bad in my life, I'm going to hurt myself because I'm scared that I'm going to lash out and hurt someone else or cause physical damage or just lose my mind. Yeah, that's one of my biggest fears, is going insane. And when I get really, really sick now, mentally, I feel like myself going that way. And that is really frightening. So I have a tendency to just hurt myself now when something isn't going well, or when I get triggered. My first instinct is to hurt myself. And it wasn't like that in the past, but now it is. You know, and I don't want to say I'm suicidal. I'm not. I just feel like shit. And, you know, I wish I could go to sleep and not wake up. But I'm also not actively trying to end my life. But I just don't have energy or the drive to do anything right now. And as an adult, I'm kind of expected to do things. I have to get up. I have to go to work. I have to make money. I have to adult. You know, and yeah, society and people have become a lot more accepting of mental illness, but that does not change that and not everyone, but, you know, I have understanding people in my life, and I love the people in my life. They're fantastic, and they do everything they can to help me, and they're there for me, and I don't want them to feel like I'm ungrateful for their love and support. But sometimes people I love will be like, it'll be fine, you'll get better, oh, you just gotta buckle up and do it. And I'm like, fuck off. Like, and I don't want to feel that way, but I do, because I'm like, you are not me. You don't get it. You don't understand at all how I feel right now. When I feel like this, I'd rather stay asleep all day, all night, every day, and just not wake up until things are better. So I'm scared to tell people how I feel, because I know it's a very touchy subject and I'm not going to cause an issue. But, like, I thought I was going to get a lot more emotional than I did in this video. I thought I was going to ugly cry, like dry heaving and everything. Like, I guess I'm just getting to a point where my emotions don't even want to exist anymore. Like, I just want them to go away. I just want to be numb. I don't care anymore. And the other day, like, I had an incident where my friend, the one who I got sick, she got sick because we spent time together that day. She went to the grocery store to help me find stuff that I could eat, you know, stuff that's healthy for me on this new diet. And I'm a picky eater. I am such a picky bitch. It is ridiculous how picky. I don't eat red meat. I don't eat pork. I don't eat beef. I don't eat anything other than chicken and fish and sometimes turkey. That's it. And I like to avoid them because I'm very OCD and meat freaks me out, especially germs. Germs, I cannot touch raw meat. If I touch raw meat, I will I cry. And then I blitz clean my entire apartment because I'm terrified that I'm gonna get sick from the raw meat. Like, it's awful. It is so bad. And that's just one way I'm picky. I have issues with textures. You know, people suggest things to me, and my friend was trying so hard to be accommodating and be like, hey, what do you want to have for dinner? Like, we're gonna get salmon, and we're gonna, you know, it's good, you know, we're gonna crust it in Parmesan. It's gonna be really good. What do you want with it? And my automatic response is, I have no fucking idea, because what I would have put with that, I can't have anymore. And I'm not going to buy a ton of vegetables and just try them and be like, I don't like that. Because most vegetables I don't like. Like corn, carrots, peas sometimes. What else? That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Spinach in things. That's it. Yeah, I think that's about it. And I don't even think spinach is considered a vegetable, is it? I don't know. Yeah, no, it's not good. It is not good. And, you know, I feel like she was getting frustrated. And when I felt like she was getting frustrated, my brain went, fuck this. I'm not doing it anymore. No. Because this isn't something I want. I don't want to change my diet. I don't want to have to experiment with everything food-wise and things I don't like. And I have to retry things when texture and taste are so sensitive to me. Like, I have a horrendous gag reflex. I brush my teeth and I gag every single time. Sometimes bad enough to make myself throw up. I am terrified to try new foods because I know that I might gag and puke, and I don't want that. So it's overwhelming, and I could tell she was getting upset, you know, irritated. And she said, you know, I'm trying to accommodate you. And I said, I know that. And that was it. I was like, fuck this. I'm done. I give up. Because if I continue to feel the way I feel right now, I'm going to hurt myself. So I ended up just shutting my emotions off. And I can do that sometimes when it's bad enough. When it's bad enough, I just go through life like I'm a robot because I'm terrified that I'm going to have a full-on breakdown and lose my shit. And I don't want to do that, but I feel myself doing it now. You know, I started this video so I could vent, and I am venting, but I thought it was going to be like dry heaving, like terrible, like awful, ugly crying heaving. But my emotions are like, nah, we don't have the energy to do that right now. Yeah. I don't know. If you guys listen to this whole video, you're fucking sane. That's all I have to say. Well, I feel like I said all I needed to say. Yeah. 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 Oh. Well, hello again. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I'm sorry I'm dissociating, but I'm not sorry for it because it's just the way it is right now. Yeah. This is common. When I get worked up like this, I end up dissociating pretty bad. My body, my mind right now, they're kind of just here. Like, my mind is trying to go somewhere else so that I don't focus on the things I'm going through right now. I need to stop this video, or I'm gonna end up dissociating more, and I don't want you guys to have to watch that. So if you listen to the whole video, I really do appreciate it. I'm hoping that the next time I make a video, I'm better, but I'm doing better. But there's no guarantee, no promises. I'm not gonna make promises I don't know if I can keep, so. Just take care of yourself, guys, and be careful and safe, and I will talk to you later. Bye.